Hello everyone. We'll be discussing few more properties, few more management permissions and options that we can configure in S3 service, such as some rules we could configure. So we'll see about that. We'll head to S3 service. I have pre-created buckets here. I'll be explaining with this itself on how to create or how to create what I'm going to do now. Okay, so we'll see here. So I have my inside my bucket. This is my objects. So what I'm going to set first show is about object lock. So if you see here, I have it already enabled. Let me disable it for now, and I'll teach you on how to deal with object lock. So it's enabled by default. Object lock is enabled, right? Because I've already enabled it, right? So I can't disable it. Object lock. So what is object lock? It stores objects using a worm model, write once, read many model to help you prevent objects from accidentally deleted or overwritten. So that's what object lock is for, to prevent objects from accidental deletion. There's an option here called default retention, and if I go ahead and enable it, it gives me two options. It throws me two options. One is governance and one is compliance. So governance is that if I select governance, users with specific IAM in permissions, identity access management permissions, can overwrite or delete the protected object versions. That is governance mode, and the other is compliance mode. What is it? So if I am enable compliance mode, no users can overwrite or delete protected object during the retention period. So you could select a retention period. Let's say I do it for 1 day. 1 day I could save changes. So this is how you configure a object lock. Right? I'm not going to do it. Right? I'm not going to do it for now. The next thing we want to see is under this management section, which is lifecycle configuration and replication rules. How to create a lifecycle rule. That's what we are going to see. So we'll hit create. So you could enter a rule name. So let's say I entered my rule, and you could choose the scope. I'm going to say apply to all objects, right? I acknowledge this fact. And here are the lifecycle rule actions. So we could see this. So transition current versions of objects between storage classes, transition non-current versions. Non-current means which are expired or which are deleted, right? That's called not current, not permanently deleted. Okay, so that's non-current. So there are multiple options: expire current versions, permanently delete non-current versions, delete expired version. Suppose I go with this and this. Now I could do a thing. Now I could choose where to transition it. So let's say I transition it to Glacier instant retrieval after 30 days, right? If it's not accessed for 30 days, it will transition it to Glacier instant retrieval, right? And permanently deleted after like 100 days. I don't want to retain anything, and here we have our review. So you could see this. We could add more options. Of course, you could select all of this. It's based on your requirement, and you could create a rule. So this is about the lifecycle rule. I'm not going to do it for now because it doesn't come under free tier. Maybe in the future we'll do this, but that's about lifecycle rule. Next we have about replication rule. So what is replication rule? It is to automate the replication of data across different buckets. So actually I forgot to explain actually what is a lifecycle rule. So what lifecycle rule is to automate the transitions of data between different storage classes. Suppose I have my data stored in standard storage class, and I realize it's a waste of money, so I automatically transition it. That's what lifecycle rule is for. And replication rule is to automate the replication of data across different buckets, right? So yeah, you could create an ID. I'll say my ID. The status need to be enabled for this to work. Apply to all objects. Of course, you could give a prefix. If you are limiting the scope, give a prefix to which objects it should apply, and it will replicate in some other bucket. You have to choose that bucket, right? IAM role we will discuss later. For now, give create. Of course, you could do encryption server side, right? Using KMS or uh, default, right? So you could do this all, and you could create. So these and all we can see about that later, right? So this is all about replication tool. So we could create save, but I'm not going to. And yeah, so by now we have explored everything about S3, all the properties, right? I've explored everything. So now I'm just going to clean up, right? I'll just clean up everything. Right, let me empty this bucket. So I'm just doing clean up, right? So this is probably not required, but you could do this. So yeah, that's it about AWS S3 service. We'll revisit this service again. We'll see about it later. But from the next video, I'll be starting about networking. Yeah. So thank you. That's it.